Hey guys, today we are going to work on understanding unit fractions and adding fractions. I guess adding and subtracting fractions. So we are going to be in volume 2, and we're going to do a few different pages in our math alignment book, but I'll tell you as we go. So first off, we are on page 345, and we are going to do number 1 through 7 together real quickly. So it says a fraction is a quantity made from equal parts of a whole. So here's one whole, and it says fracture one whole into 12 equal parts. And then, so they broke it into 12 parts, and it says take 5. So that's why they shaded in 5. As we've already talked about, our numerator is our top number. It is the number of equal parts in the fraction. And then denominator, which we discussed, is the bottom number. And that is the total equal dividend parts in the whole. That's a lot of words. Basically, the bottom number is how many parts it takes to make a whole. Okay? So, numerator is on top. Denominator is the bottom number. Think D for down. And then new, maybe we like to put our new mail, like the snail mail we get, or clothes, or whatever we normally get. When we get new things, we normally put it on top. We don't normally put it on the bottom. So use that as a helpful way to remember. A unit fraction is a fraction whose numerator is 1. It shows 1 over D. So it could be 1 over 1,000. Let's see, 1 over 1,000 or 100. 1 over 9. 1 over, say, 15. We'll say 1 over, we'll say pi 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 9, 2. That's a big number. Those are all unit fractions. All of them. All of them. If it's over 1, it works. Okay, so it says fold your fraction strip. We're not going to do that. Number 1, it says 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 2/3. How did I get that? Well, 1 plus 1 equals 2. We do not add our denominators together. Our denominator stays the exact same way, okay? So, we do not add our denominator. Number 2 is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, my denominator does not change. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. So that's going to stay the same. 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 equals 5/8. Okay, hopefully you're starting to get the hang of it. Number 3, 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6. Our denominator stays the exact same. Our denominator is our bottom number. Our numerator, we can add them together. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. So 4/6. Number 4, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12. My denominator does not change, so I'm going to go ahead and put 12 as my bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6/12. Okay, let's do number 5. 1/4 plus 1/4. If you guessed 2/4, you're right. Or not guessed, if you said 2/4 because you did 1/4 plus 1/4 to get 2/4, you're right. Remember our denominator, we do not add it together. It does not equal 2/8. Number 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My denominator, I do not add. That's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 twelfths. Okay, let's do number 7. Hopefully you're starting to get the hang of it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then 8 is my denominator, and I have 7, so that is my numerator, 7/8. Now, some of y'all might realize that these fractions are not in simplest form, which we talked about the other day. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, is there any number that I can get that can make 2 and 3 smaller? Any number. No, I can't make 2 or 3 any smaller. Let's see, is there a number that 5 and 8 both go into? No, there's nothing that 5 and 8 both go into. I'm going to show you real quickly. We have this on the wall. It was above the green bookshelf, I guess, about finding our factor pairs. So let's see, 5 and 8. I'm going to list all the things, all the multiplication facts that go into 5. 1 times 5. 2 does not go into 5. 3 does not go into 5. So that's all for there. 1 times 8. How else can I make 8? 2 times 4. 3 times something, get 8? Nope. 4 times something, get 8? Yep. 2. And I already have that. I now want to look and see if they have anything in common. They don't. So that is my final answer. Let me do the same thing for 4 and 6. So I pick my numbers from here. 1 times 4 equals 4. And then anything else? Yes. 2 times 2. Now I'm going to stop right there because 3 doesn't go into 4 and 4 is already listed there. So that would be a repeat. 1 and 6. 2 times 3. Now I say, does 3 go into 6? It does, times 2. But we already have that there, so we're going to stop. Now I say, what do I have in common? I have 2 in common. That will be my group size. So if I divide by 2, I get 2. Divide by 2, and I get 3. So 2/3 is actually simplest form. Now, I just want to clarify that if you understood the 5/8, the 4/6, how to get that, you're doing great. I just don't want you guys to think, oh, that's the answer, I'm all done. Because some of your parents might be saying, Miss Gregg could show you how to simplify that. So I just want to show you how to simplify it. So we're adding in the adding fractions, but we're reviewing our fractions from the other week about getting our group size smaller by 2. So let's see here. I'm going to list my factors for 6 and 12. 1 times 6 equals 6, and then 2 times 3 equals 6. Do I have anything else? Nope, no other way to multiply 6, or to get 6. Now I'm going to do 12. 1 times 12. 2 times 6 equals 12. Does 3 go into 12? Yep, 4 times. 3 times 4. Does 4 go into 12? It does, 3 times. But I already have it, so I'm done. I'm now going to look for the number that they have in common, the largest number they have in common, which is 6. I'm going to divide by 6. I get 1. Divide by 6, and I get 2. 1/2. So if you got 1/2 or 6/12, the exact same thing. 2 and 4. 1 times 2, Nothing else gets into 2. 1 times 4, and then 2 times 2. I'm now going to say, what number do they have in common? The greatest number. It is 2. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4. Let's do 8/12. I'm going to have to do it down here. One times 8, 2 times 4. Now does 3 go into 8? 3, nope, 3 does not go into 8. Does 4 go into 8? Yep, twice. We already have it. We're going to be done there. 1 times 12, 2 times 6. Does 3 go into 12? Yep, 3 times 4. And as you can see, the chart does not change. So when you write them down, you can actually use them as a reference. So I'm going to look for the greatest common number they have. Greatest common factor, which is 4. I'm going to divide by 4, and I get 2. Divide by 4, and I get 3. So my answer is 2/3 for that one. And then the last one, 7/8. 1 times 7. Anything else times a number get 7? Nope. So 1 times 8. I'm going to just copy from up here, 2 and 4. Do they have a number that's in common besides 1? Nope. So 7/8 is in simplest form. Now what I want you to do is I want you to turn to page 363. And let's look here. I'm going to move this and get a new page. It says write the numerators that will complete the equation. 1/7, 1/7, 1/7, 1/7, and 1/7. So here, number 1, looks like 3/7 plus 2/7. And that will get you 5/7. This is page 363. Number 2, it says solve the problem. Okay, so we're just going to focus on the end number. Number 2, 3/9 plus 4/9. Denominator doesn't change. 3 plus 4 is 7, and I'll check for GCF at the end. Number 3 is 1/5 plus 3/5, and I get 4/5. Number 4, I get 2/8 plus 5/8. Denominator doesn't change. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7/8. Okay, so this is what I'm going to have you do. Now what I would like for you to do is I know that was a quick little review. Rewind it if you need to go back. Ask me some questions if you have any. But now what I want you to do for independent practice, I want you to go to page 369. And you are going to do problems 13 through 18. It's only 6. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. That's what I would like you to do for your independent practice, and then you can put your answers in the Google form. Please, please, please message me if you have any questions.